Well. That say start AI.
Just close that. Joy, reach over, just hit close on that one.
Turn on.
Oh, hold on.
This one right
Start
here.
meeting questions,
You
and
want that
meeting
on?
summary. Oh, yeah, let's turn it on, turn it on,
Turn it
Turn
on.
on,
turn it on.
So
be the note taker, Justin.
the-
Awesome, what am I doing here?
AI practice. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, close that out. Let's go up and hit that X. I've never seen that before. Oh,
Or go note taker.
Okay, do you want this full view up here?
Yeah, go for it.
yeah.
And see if you click that picture, see what it does if you double click the picture.
Sure, let me get this mouse. I don't have them trained the right way. Get rid of that. I hate mouse pads.
Double click it, see if it. Oh,
There we go, here we go.
Something there.
We good?
You're hired now.
Where, wanna go?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and call the meeting, the Parks meeting to order at 7:04. Roll call, and we know that Justin, Lee, Kevin, Jeff, and Joy are here. We have enough for a quorum. Think. I'm gonna think if I wanna. I'm gonna go ahead and, ask for, approval of the previous meeting minutes, October 6th. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve them. I did have a chance to review the minutes of October 6th.
I'll second that.
Okay, Lee seconds that. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. From there, I think we're gonna go right into public forum. We have, Steve Sherry from the Lions Club here tonight. And he's got, something he wants to, adopt a bench program, I believe. Is that something, or something?
Yeah, there was some discussion about Parks and Trails wants to put some benches around town. And that sparked an idea that I know other Lions clubs have been, working on projects to collect and recycle plastic, to get benches for free. So I reached out to some of my friends at the, Casson Manorville Lions Club and talked to them about what it is that they're doing and how this works. First, the place that is sponsoring this program is Trex. So Trex.com, you get on their website and you have to do some searching. There's go to the site map and then find recycling. And it'll have quite a bit of information about doing this. Oh, I should back up just a little bit here. Our Lions Club is not doing this project yet. We have not discussed it. It just sparked an idea. We may at some point get into it, but we're spread pretty thin. We were a small club and we got quite a few things going, so I'm not signing us up without a club vote, so. So I'm just gonna share with you the information that I know. So, Trex is a company that is sponsoring this, and what it amounts to is you collect a club or an entity or something collects plastic and takes it to a recycling center. And when they get to 1,000 pounds, they get a bench for free. The benches are worth about $400. They're really nice ones. I've got some pictures on my phone. I can show you guys if you're interested in what they look like. But 1,000 pounds of plastic is a big pile. The plastic we're talking about is that kind of thin plastic that's in that garbage can. You'll find it on stretch wrap around pallets and stuff. That kind of plastic is good. Water or salt, water softeners, salt bags, those plastic ones, that kind of stuff. So it's a kind of flaky plastic that if you push on it, it works. So they're not looking for plastic bottles or milk jugs or any of that kind of stuff. It's very specific. And any of that plastic that's kind of crinkly, there's some wrapping papers, wrapping plastic that you see on gift baskets, stuff, you know, you're crinkled, that feels brittle and stuff, that doesn't work. So they're very fussy on the kinds of plastic that they take. And according to my friend in Casson, they collect these plastic in big garbage bags. So a big yard waste size garbage bag, you end up with about 10 pounds of plastic. And you need 1,000 pounds to get a bench. So you're gonna collect 100 of those bags to get a bench. Each organization can qualify for one bench a year, but there's ways around that too. You can, so Parks and Trails could get one. The Lions Club could get one. Maybe the food bank or one of the churches or fire department may collect. So I think there's ways that we could collect. If this is working, we can collect more plastic and get more free benches. I think Casson said they've been doing it for 4 or 5 years and they put out 39 benches or 29 benches. Anyway, it's 29, they've done quite a few of them. So they've had mountains of plastic.
So the businesses must be involved in that community.
Yes, they're connected with the carpet shop. All their carpet comes in wrapped in plastic, so they get a bunch from there. They might, I don't know what other businesses, but any business that gets material on a pallet that's wrapped in that plastic, you'd want to collect that.
Where do you take the plastic to?
The collection sites are the Hy-Vee locations, so our closest one would be Hy-Vee and West Circle Drive. I don't know exactly how that works, but that's where you take it. Casson takes theirs to the Hy-Vee store in Casson to get the stuff recycled. Now, there were some things he warned about. He says, you do not want to put collection barrels out in the, you're gonna collect garbage.
Yeah.
Because the stuff has to kind of be sorted and cleaned. That was a big thing. It takes a few people to kind of do that. So Mark was saying he collects bags of plastic from various places, depends how many people he's got collecting and what are collecting. A couple or 3 times a week, and maybe takes those bags in and drops them off. Because none of us have garage space to hold 100, these garbage bags to take in all at once. The way it works is you collect the plastic and you get it in a bag. You kind of have to sort and look through it, at least when you're starting up. Once it gets going and you get organizations that are doing this, you can get them trained so that they do the sorting and stuff for you. But when you get a bag full of plastic, you weigh it and take a picture, and then you take it to Hy-Vee and drop it off. So you keep track of how many pounds of plastic you've collected.
Okay.
When you get to 1,000 pounds, then you qualify for a bench. There's registration forms and stuff on that, on Trex's website on how you do this. So it's appealing to me, to not have to pay cash, and everybody's got plastic waste. Another source of bags are the plastic grocery bags. Those are perfectly fine. Stuff that had food in it won't work, like the wrappers are like meat comes wrapped in a plastic thing. Because it's going to be stored for a while. They can't have that decay and stuff. So food wrappers don't work. Some hazardous chemicals like fertilizer bags aren't good either, I guess. That's pretty well all spelled out on the acceptable list on Trex's site. So what does it take to get started, I guess, is you need to have a want to do this, and it takes it's some manpower is required to do this, but it's kind of like free money. You can get benches and stuff. He also talked about when they put the benches out, they found that it's best to put the benches on a slab. So there's a cost to pour a slab, put it on, and then you bolt the darn thing down, because some of them had a tendency to disappear. Or be moved or whatever. So that was some things. I'm sure there's other things, we can engage or maybe get Mark from Casson to come and share too, a little more about it, if that's something you guys wanna do. I could almost assuredly say that the Lions can do something, but I don't know what that is yet. You know, if we're willing to, I'm pretty sure they would not want to sponsor the whole program. So if Parks and Trails wanted to do that, be the drivers of it. At least for now, we would almost certainly there'd be Lions that would be willing to help with some parts of it. And we'd probably start collecting just to help out until get the first 1,000 pounds.
Sure. So are there Lions Club members that are business owners in town that would have access to the plastic?
Comes to mind, Mike from,
That, yeah.
I think I don't know if John from Arbors, Marks, John and Lisa Marks, if they've got any, they're
Yeah.
more brush and stuff. I don't think they get much of it.
Who shops at Walmart?
I wonder, I
Yeah.
don't know if
You know, like,
Shad gets any other,
We'd have the new flooring store coming too.
well, I know, we got a new flooring store coming to town too.
Yeah. Maybe Two Sisters has got some stuff that comes wrapped. I just don't know. This is,
yeah,
I haven't.
I think maybe a subcommittee from the parks could put together some information as far as how we could start it. Like what businesses would we want to contact? So the garage doors, I would think
Yeah.
they've got to be wrapped in
Oh, yeah.
something, right? Northland Builders,
Joe, at Discount Auto, I know I've seen tires that come wrapped up
okay,
in his shop.
It's
you know,
possible that
Advanced.
different stuff at the lumberyard
Yeah.
might,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be true too.
Yeah. So I don't know how big this can get, but from what Hassan described is, once they got this rolling and cut it off the ground, they can collect 1,000 pounds a month, kind of, or 2 months, excuse me. 4 or 6 to 8 weeks is what he was saying, is where they're at.
yeah,
So the thing there, in order to keep this thing going, is you're allowed 1 bench a year per entity.
Mm-hmm.
So finding groups that would, we could work with, or partner with, or use or something, keep it going.
it maybe be something to get something posted on Facebook to see if there's any business owners within Orinoco that maybe have a business in Rochester, but have that type of plastic,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
that the wrap,
Yeah,
except for anything that is chemically
yeah.
that you have to would be wrapping.
And that's part of what you'd have to figure out is, do you wanna go to these places and pick it up, or how would it work? If you had business owners there that could bring it here or collect it, and the mechanics of all this
Right,
it makes me concerned, right? Cause
right.
I don't wanna sign up to go all over Rochester.
Right,
and pick
yeah,
up
yeah.
plastic, right?
So
Yeah,
perhaps it would be
yeah.
knowing how much plastic does one business have to donate and how often is that? As to like, okay, well, once a month, maybe we go to this business, but maybe that business has that plastic once a week that we go to. So we'd have to kind of designate what we'd be looking at for.
It's entirely possible. You could get them to donate this, where if they're collecting it now, they say, we're donating this for Parks and Park and Rec, or Parks and Trails. And once we got caught up with that, then maybe we donate it on behalf of the Lions Club or
Great,
the church, or
great,
there's some communication and
great. Just first see how much you can generate and see how often you hit that 1,000 pounds, just to say, hey, you know, would you like to be part of this? This is how we're working. This is the one business that you could be in charge of.
so, that Mark, my friend or my contact in Casson said that every time they have a Lions Club meeting, they ask the Lions to bring their, their plastic to the meeting, and they get, 20 pounds. They have 2 meetings a month, so they get about 20 pounds at each one, 2 big bags full. So it's, you could start that here if we individually collected plastic. But, we caution very, very sternly about, don't put barrels out. You get,
No,
No,
you know,
because, yeah,
no, with all the restrictions that you gotta have on it, you couldn't do that.
yeah,
You're better off going to each business and just set up that way.
yeah. You said you have pictures of the benches?
Yes.
Just because we've been talking about the bench program as to what the city would like. But if you got a bench free
Yeah,
and it worked out.
Yeah.
Obviously, they must use this plastic to cover it, right?
what's that?
yeah.
The,
Well, I don't even know if this stuff goes,
oh,
Oh,
okay.
Trex does recycling into some of their material.
yes, they use
So-
recycled milk jugs and stuff.
Right, so it,
But this PE stuff, I think it's kind of a,
These are-
in kind.
okay. So it's not a metal covered with a plastic.
it's very hard.
Oh, it's that kind of Trex material.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Is that-
Not gonna rot or warp.
$400 or something, I guess would be.
Right.
Oh, I've seen them. That's nice, yeah.
Oh,
Well, thanks, Steve. Yeah, well, like I said, I think we'll just have to do some.
yeah, do some soul searching.
Yeah,
I'll bring it up at our next Lions Club meeting too, to, that there, since there is some interest in the community, it seems to be worthwhile. I'm pretty sure the Lions would want to partner with somebody because it sounds like it's a bigger project when it takes
Mhm.
a body or two to be kind of dedicated to it to make it happen.
yeah.
But maybe a survey of the local businesses to see what kind of plastic, I think that's called polyethylene is a trade name for it.
Does the
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking, Steve, is just visit with all just the businesses here in our community and find out what they take in for that kind of plastic and what they do with it and if they're interested and I mean, I think that would be the smartest thing. Just start with the businesses in our community only for starters, just to see.
Yeah, I don't know what you had in mind for where you want to place the benches and stuff, but it sounds like once you get the need on the parks and trails, there's still an opportunity to put benches at business locations and, maybe fund something with putting a placard with a business mayor or
Right.
donated by kind of thing for
So we started kind of looking at the benches,
or very similar.
like with signage.
Mhm.
We looked at some of these,
That's,
the metal
added
with the
metal,
plastic cover.
plastic coating.
I don't know if you call it plastic,
Right.
vinyl. And taking it, even looked at these types, so that would be same as what you were showing us.
Very similar, yeah.
And then also looked at where you would place it on the trails.
Mhm. So you got 8 or 10 of them that you're like right in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason we couldn't mention that plastic donated by certain businesses at some point.
Right,
Give them the recognition somehow. We can do
Well,
that.
Or,
yeah,
yeah, collected by or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
great.
Because they gotta do something, if they've got, they're gonna do something with it.
Right.
So whether it's going in a dumpster, whatever, it's gonna be put into a bag or something somewhere, they can just set it aside for us. I mean, if it would work that way, so.
Right.
Is that what, can they recycle that?
They must be able to.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, can like the recycle center take that, I should say.
So I think, if I understood right, Hy-Vee and other grocery stores will take those grocery bags back, right?
Okay.
So they're already recycling that stuff. So this is part of Trex's asking you to take it to a recycling center and giving you credit for what you took.
Okay.
Okay.
Towards a bench, so I don't know if it pays directly or how that works, but
Right. And when you said we take a picture of the weight, we weigh it ourselves. And they just trust us that we didn't put a brick in there.
But baseball.
this is 40 pounds, I think they'd know.
Yeah.
They wanted a picture of the bag and then,
Oh.
the weight that goes with
Okay.
it. And we're upstanding citizens.
Yeah.
Too many shortcuts.
With only-
They know.
I park every day at the Northwest Clinic, so I'm right next to West Circle, so I mean, I could literally run stuff over. So,
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. We talk to the businesses first, see what's in the area.
Yeah, yeah, see what kind of plastic the businesses around our community.
Yeah, but please look at the Trex website. If you got questions, give me a call. I'll try to help. Or you may have to schedule a time for a call or that, but when I was looking on their website, I scrolled, seems to me up in the corner, there was 3 little bars and you clicked on that and one of them said site map. And on site map, one of the options said recycling. And that got me started on where it showed pictures of the, what you can take and what you can't take and where, how does it work? And there's quite a bit of information there.
Good. This is kind of exciting.
Yeah, well, it's the cost avoidance if you can pull it off, right?
Yeah.
And as far as the cement pads, we've already talked on the committee that that's what we would want to do for the benches, so that's not a new
Okay.
thought.
So it's not a surprise, right?
No,
Good.
No.
Good.
and that was more so because of mowing
Oh, yeah.
would make it a lot easier for them to mow around.
But the idea of not having them leave the premises.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the-
Anchors them- Anchor them in so that
Yeah.
they don't walk away.
Yeah.
Well, good. Do you have anything else, Steve? I appreciate that.
I told you everything I know and I hope I
Yeah.
didn't make up anything to go with it.
Well, good. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Anything else for me?
thanks for coming by.
Steve, oh, you bet. Glad to. Hope to partner with you. We'll see if, we'll discuss it at this month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're probably bring it back.
yeah.
How about if I make a motion, then it's a little bit, I make a motion that we pursue this and bring it back to the December meeting with more information.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Less than seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Cool.
Opposed?
Cool.
Motion carries. Thanks. Thanks again.
I might have to come back in December and see what to do. Hey, see you guys.
Let's see ya. Okay, let's see. It appears the next item that was on there was a grant opportunity update.
We do need to still approve the actual current agenda.
Oh, okay. Oh, did I miss that? Okay, I'm going to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay. Jeff seconds. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. So, we went through that, there was a grant opportunity. Evidently, Orinoco did not receive it. Plan is to keep looking for more grants. Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation grants to help small towns. I guess that's something we'll just.
Yeah. Keep looking.
Keep looking, yeah.
I think once we have this adopt a bench, we have actual placements of where that is. That's another thing that we could look at for grants. Probably even check with the EDA,
Oh, sure,
Orinoco EDA, because they could help look for grants too.
sure. Um. So that, was that the city council meeting minutes that you wanted to review? Did that, was that, that's on the agenda here? Was that for? What was that?
I think they
Kind of a-
just have that on there to see if there was anything that came up. I believe they did adopt the motion that we had made, the resolution
Yep.
2025-21 that talked about,
Usage permit?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I think that would be the only pertinent thing.
Okay. So no motion needed on that, or I don't.
I don't know that we would need a
No,
motion. I think it's just.
They're all signed off in on it, they.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I know we needed to keep up on those council minutes, and I think that's what I think we're starting off. I should say, I don't wanna say good, but starting off. Now.
Yeah.
And making sure that those all get done as we go, so.
Yeah.
And thank Justin for taking those so that we can do those. I got, and I'm gonna ask Joy to just, I think, October 25th. You go, I'll let you tell them about.
So we had people sign up. I believe just because of the warm weather, they were able to get some of it done ahead of time. But we did have one person that we did help out. We had 4 people, Kevin, I, and 2 other people helped out, and they were quite appreciative, and we
Oh, yeah.
they needed the help, so I think that was really great. I think being the first year, even though it might be disappointing, we didn't have more people, I think it's still something good to continue with.
Yeah, it was really good. And Joy mentioned that it was an older couple and they were, they were from the farm and they lived out, had an acreage and they were just forever grateful. And they invited us in for hot apple pie after we got done. And I can't have it because of my gluten allergy, but my golly, I could watch everybody else and they were enjoying it to the T, so I had some ice cream, but no, it was just great. But just a very nice couple. Just, they were just getting up there to where they needed some assistance and it worked out slick. We all came with tools and I think we had everything they needed done in an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Is it something we could look at doing in the springtime as well for like, spring cleanup after?
Yeah, I think so too, and age-friendly Orinoco area, when we met, we talked about that a little bit. Probably amongst ourselves, maybe more so too, that the age group we were trying to reach. We advertised on Facebook, put it up at the post office, put it here. Well, the group that we're trying to reach probably is not there.
Yeah.
They don't get that. At our age-friendly 55+ monthly meetings, we talked about it, and that's probably where we got some of the people that signed up. But also at National Night Out, that's when the 3 people actually signed up.
Okay.
So we have to kind of come up with a different way of actually reaching out to the people. And I think almost personal reach out.
Is it something where we could send flyers?
no.
Yeah, and that would be really great. It's expensive. It's an expensive adventure. Hopefully, at some point, the city can get back to sending out newsletters. So I think that would be nice. I think it's something that is needed in a city without a newspaper.
That's what they do there.
And I think the generational gap is there, that people like to look at that and they like it physically in their hand.
Yeah. We did it. I think we did it 3 or 4 times a year, 2 or 3 times a year at least.
Right.
And it was,
And
Work.
the city could definitely cut their costs by giving an option of emailing it or mailing it.
Mhm.
And then they would just only have to mail it to those that
Right.
wanted it mailed. And usually with the newsletters, each organization puts a letter together. So it isn't that they have to write the whole thing.
Right.
So maybe that could be a directive that we take to city council at some point.
Sure.
And I think I emailed if everybody got the information about how close the benches should be to each other.
Yeah, I can't, word of that,
Yeah.
I knew you did that.
So, I didn't make copies, but I could sure tell you and then pass it around. Benches should be about every 200 to 300 feet if it's on a steep grade. Easy terrain, benches should be about 1,000 feet. Every 1,000 feet. The key locations should be at the beginning or end of a path. And at locations that connect to other destinations. Or a scenic view overlook. Justin, did you want this?
Perfect.
Too. So,
Well, thank you, Joy, yeah.
okay,
Okay, go to individual park updates, actions, Alice Park. Any updates or issues that we are aware of?
no, I think they were working on some restorative from the flood of last year. So I don't know if that was right along there or if that was more the lake bed.
Oh, okay. Oracle Park, the last thing I remember, we'll need to wait for budget decisions for trail construction to the picnic shelter. I mean, that was the one thing that was brought up. So, I have not followed up or been around to find out if if city council's in the middle of budget, or if they talked about it yet, or if they already have done it.
Past the initial budget
It's,
discussions last month. I
Okay.
believe.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're putting everybody's asks
Mhm,
into the preliminary budget.
mhm.
And then December, when everybody comes and says, are you kidding me?
Then they're gonna start
Then we
asking.
would start,
Yep.
I don't think we did it that way, Kelly. I think we did a
Mhm.
realistic budget first.
No,
But so anyway, so I
Yeah.
think that those asks for the paving, all of those were included in the CIP budget,
yeah. Okay,
so they did the full ask.
no. Okay, I did see, and I think that might even been updated last month, but, on the lake bed, I saw where the, fence won't be installed this year due to the high
Oh.
quotation. So they're gonna state must wait till spring where they think they're gonna get better bids, I guess, I don't, so I don't think, and I don't know, and I can't say for sure, but I think we still are able to go ahead and walk down in there, if I'm not mistaken. From the, frontage road over there and walk down under the bridge and walk out there around if you want. I haven't heard anybody say we couldn't. But I just know that they wanna, I think that fence, that I never understood why they never got put in before, and maybe I've already mentioned that, but, cause basically all it is to try to keep the deer from. I mean, a lot of the deer roam that park, they cross the river, they get into that middle area, and they just they don't want them bounding up, and granted, the fencing that they've got all the way parallel along 52 on both sides from Rochester all the way up to the cities, I mean, it's to keep a lot of the rodents away, but it can kind of deter the deer, but a lot of them, some of them will get our jump and so, so I don't think it affects, us as people that, we can still go down in there, so. Anyway, Garden Park. Anybody have any updates or issues on that? I think. Didn't they just mention something about that they were gonna designate an area of, I don't know, was it wild
I think.
flowers
I
or
think
wild prairie or wild?
Yeah, apparently, I think it's the common area, like the area around the lift station down there, the picnic area is gonna get mowed and along the road, but I think the rest of it's gonna be left.
Yeah, left just,
Yep.
yeah,
And then put a sign, they approved that, I
Yep.
think, at the,
yeah, okay. Okay, River Park updates or issues? No.
Beautiful,
Huh?
looking beautiful over there.
Yeah, I do really like that park. I mean, it's a good one. Carroll Cowden, any updates or issues there? Anybody? I think the only thing they've got up there is, if I'm not mistaken, don't they have the Frisbee thing?
The bocce golf.
But they got.
Well, those are, they're overgrown, they
Yeah, I
haven't
figured.
been managed, they're flower boxes right now.
Okay. Okay. Riverwood Hills Park will need to wait for budget decision for trail construction, which we all know there. Memorial Park, or did you have something?
well, on Riverwood Hills Park, and maybe they're gonna get to it. There's swinging, like a swinging bench, hanging bench. And there's a cedar tree on both sides, and it's just like trying to see out there is kind of overgrown, so I'm hoping that they trim it.
Turn back
No.
the cedar bench.
Has Kane been informed of that at all, you know?
I'm sorry,
Has Kane been informed about that?
I don't think he has been. Do you want me to send him an email? I can do that.
I think, yeah,
I'll send him
He
an
doesn't know
email
now,
and
yeah.
ask him.
yeah, ask him. Yeah. Okay. Any unfinished business? That we're aware of? So yeah. New business.
I don't
I
have
don't have
any,
anything.
Parks are closed for the summer, or for the season, right? That's,
Right.
looks like all the porta potties have been taken out from the parks, we're wrapped up.
Shut her down.
Yeah.
Shut her down.
yeah,
See you in the spring.
yeah. I think it would be nice next year to visit a park every so often.
Yeah, and we did that, you know, 3 or 4 years ago. It was kind of nice, and then it just just stopped doing it. But yeah, I mean, we met up, I think, at like, I want to say every one of them. We went up to Carroll Cowden, once played bocce ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be nice.
Yeah, starting like
Well,
in
maybe-
May, you know?
Maybe, yeah, okay, well, maybe I'm gonna go back to new business and maybe we just, I don't know if that would fall under there, but just say, you know, come May, the parks will sometime during that month and probably plan maybe in April to do that.
Right,
So,
so we know what's out there.
yeah,
I forgot real quick, I did see this slab of a bench in Rochester.
Oh, yes.
And I've talked, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've talked to two concrete firms, and I haven't gotten back, but they do make slabs.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
great.
And they'll make us whatever size you want, and have them all pre-made, all I gotta do is set them in place.
yeah, that would probably be, rather than trying to,
Yeah, huge
and
difference.
yeah, there might be a little more cost, but they're pre-made, that you can set, you know.
Yeah,
You might need a skid steer to set them in
Yeah.
place, whatever, but they're just set, and then you can go ahead and,
And most of them, he said they can reach them with their, if it's reachable, they'll put their boom and they can set them down in place.
okay, sure,
Oh,
yeah.
So,
that would be
and he
good.
just said eventually just give me a size and they can give us a number.
Yeah, and I think once we decide on the bench,
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, it's well, 6 or 8 feet long and 3 foot.
And this one was 4x6.
4x6, yeah. Yeah.
I'll do some research on that Trex. The benches, I can look some of that stuff up and get some information on that for the next meeting.
Yeah, so. Just making a note for next April, we'll set a day to art visit in May. In May for a park visit.
So yeah, we did Orinoco Park this year, but it was pretty dark by the time things started getting going.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next meeting, that, December 1st. Anything else anybody has? Huh. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Hey. Made a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Right? And Jeff seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, everybody. I don't know. This gotta be one of the best. Pardon me.
Well, Katie said we didn't have anything to.
No.
Hold on.
And there,
And I think it will automatically.
end the meeting for all. Goodbye, everyone.